All right, so every time I get the backyard cleaned up, it's a mess, and it's slowly a mess again. Because so last rainy season, I noticed there was like a lot of buildup of water back here under the grills and stuff. Like the water would just settle right here. And basically what was happening was, I think this lawn or this turf, the sidewall at the back patio was built after the fact, to the point that you can see where this sprinkler system on the backside has been decommissioned. Still has the wiring, which is in the garage. So I'm pretty sure it could be plumbed up and get running again. So there's that. There's some infrastructure under the surface that we can't tell. But you have these two downspouts. Ooh. Focus. You got that one right there, the gutter that runs from right here to here down, and then this one, the slow one right here. They come down on top of this patio roofing, and they just come out right here. This is a gutter, and you can see where it comes down, and it just dumps right there. Just dumps right there. Fills that up, and it dumps, well, right here. You can see has no connection. And I think those downspouts initially connected right here. I kind of plugged it so kids want to throw toys down there. And then the next one is literally right here. And it's now where the AC condensation is draining, instead of just draining right here and forming like a whatever. So they made it right there, which I like better. Keep that surface dry. So yeah, that would make sense, right? Build a patio, and this water that is supposed to be getting funneled off, because this catchment catches pretty much this side of the roof and everything on this side. So it's a lot of water that's coming down through here. That side, not so much. It's a small runoff, but right here is a lot. So a lot of water. Like right here is completely saturated with water. Obviously it's a turf, so it doesn't drain well, but that's beside the story. So when I was building the shed, if you watched me before, I was building a shed, and well, I was building that shed, and I kind of got carried away with the size, and so I built, and then I figured, well, I would need to put a gutter on it, so I put a gutter system on it, and I actually just finished up this gutter downspout. I know it has a gap. Yeah, I know. I finished up this gutter downspout. It's sealed because I didn't want the water to drip, form behind it and go where I cut right there. So that's why I have it caulked. It comes down, and then it just connects right here. I still gotta put a U-bolt right there to hold it in place. A U-bolt into the side of the structure to hold it in place, stiff down there. But as of now, this is not going anywhere. You see it steady, and it catches the water. But anyway, I had done the foundation, and then I came back and I was like, huh, what's gonna happen when the water settles back here? There's no way to get, it's too close to the fence over here, and all that's left is concrete in the house. And so I excavated and threw in these grates, and of course the AC is going to kick on. So excavated, put these grates in. There's one right here in a low point that I thought was right here, because I think the water from right there was starting to seep over here. So there was like a buildup of water right here. There was like a buildup of water behind the grills, like literally on this back concrete, and then on the, as it went around on the next side, as I pointed out. So buildup of water. I don't like water. It was also coming down from this downspout that was overflowing from the mess in that gutter. Clean it up already. I still got to go back and clean it up, because I'm doing some work on the roof, cleaning up pigeon poop and bird proof in my solar panel. Yeah, so that's why that ladder was up in the picture. So I did this right here with a pipe running all the way down. It might get noisy, and it just follows the edge of the concrete. There's a door right here, So I put a drain pipe right here to cap. You can see water in there, and it continues down. And then I tapped into it right here for the gutter, and we go down. There's one. So obviously this is it's just resting on the call it sidewalk right here. So there's going to be some amount of water that runs off. So there's actually a drain right under there, a catch basin, just like the previous two that's tapped into. And then all this stuff ties in right there. It comes out right here and it ties in right there and it goes out. Well, I've always looked at it and I was like, I gotta fix this drainage situation. And so I started like 2 days ago, started excavating. And basically what I did, I just peeled back the turf. It had these screws in there, or nails. Once I figured that out, you see all the holes in there. Some is for drainage and some where the nails were at the edge, the very edge of it. I just peeled it back and started excavating from there. It obviously has like a top layer for drainage, compactment, you know, to get the turf set, and then you had dirt, the clay. So started doing that. So peeled all that back, came around, and started excavating. You see I have this wheelbarrow done, and this yard max pretty much filled. But then this morning I started doing this, and I'm gonna finish working on it, digging it up. But as you can see, I'm encountering a lot of roots from all these trees. There's a lot of trees right here. So all I did was shovel the gravel back and then peel back that fabric. And that's the way I'm doing it. And now I'm gonna peel back this portion of turf right here to this point. And hopefully expose that, and then I'll dig down. A couple things I'm running into, obviously the roots right here. There's a pipe right here. There's a pipe right here. It looks like it might go that direction, but I'm not certain. So I gotta dig down and see where that goes, because I don't really want to break the pipes, even though it's been decommissioned. I know there's one more over here, so I don't know where that really goes. Looks like it's just a corner. So there's a lot of roots right here. I'm just going against the foundation, but something I found early on was this controller or wire. And as I peel back the layer, I can use a pick to dig a little bit, but then I have to use the smaller thing to just like scratch, like be an archaeologist or something, just so I don't damage that, even though I think it's decommissioned. I also found this pipe, and as you can see, the end is completely plugged. Schedule 40 pipe. It shows up right here, and then it kind of disappears out of the hole. I might cut it off, or I might leave it in there and plug it. We'll see. I think it might affect down there as far as laying my little thing. If not, I can always put it on top, but it's best to keep these low. But I have a feeling if there's ever going to be removal of this and installation of anything else, that entire system would need to be redone. And then this wire comes out from under the concrete right here, which would make sense because it's going right there, following the side of the house. And then, as you see, there's that downspout right there. But if you look right here, it looks like there was a catch basin with a PVC pipe right here. So, starting to build a picture of the irrigation drainage system. I definitely don't want to break that because I'm pretty sure it's still connected to that and it goes somewhere. So I might have to peel some of this back a little bit more and go around it, because the issue I'm going to run into after I install this 2-inch drain pipe is that I'm not going to have enough coverage of sediment to put on top, and then when I do tack this stuff back in, I'm going to punch through that drainage pipe. I'm going to try not to, because I mean, I'm going to know where it's at, so if I get it really close to the edge, because that's really what I want on the tacking this back in, and then I get it back over there somewhere, I should be able to avoid punching through it too much. But I definitely don't want to damage this, so I'm going to be scratching around all these utility pipes, and then this is going to have to get changed out to have the in feed and the out feed. So I'm going to remove this, probably scratch all the way back here, gain access to that fit in and stuff. I might actually bring this around a little bit more, because obviously the low point was right here, so if I can bring it around a little bit more, that would be great. But all is not lost. And then that wire, here's where I think it goes in the house, into the garage. So I know it still exists in there, I just don't want to damage it in case someone wants to tap into it or use it. I would say probably the most pressing one as far as not damage it is this one. I think the wire, because initially when I found the wire, I barely missed like digging all the way through it. You can see where I gouged it up pretty nice. So I end up taping it in these places. And I gouged it up several places before I even like started carrying a lot. I put down some plastic just to keep the sediments off the turf. And then this, obviously I want to keep this backfill. I'm not going to use all of it, obviously, but I got to keep some of it to fill stuff in. And I think I'm just going to like shovel it behind the fence, behind the tree line, or just put it right here and get some more top rocks to spread over it. This will be a high point, but it'll be fine. I think between right here, I should be able to get it all. So I think I might dump it right there, because, well, these are full. So I need to make room for it. So yeah, that's what's been going on around here. I should be able to get this majority of the way excavated, and then work on the finer details of like the depth and like the width and all that stuff. But yeah, never-ending projects. But the buildup of water from this just dumping out is going to be solved. The buildup of water, I might even put a catch drain like right here or somewhere. I'll see what the low point is. I'll put a level and see where it slopes. I was thinking it was right here, but when I got down there, it looked like down there, but I might put one in there. But it shouldn't be any runoff, so it should be fine if I don't. And then I'll just put a T connection right here, or an elbow or something, whatever it is. And then I'll obviously connect one right here. Initially, my plan was to, route this thing all the way back to this, which involved me cutting out the concrete and tapping into this. And I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to mess the concrete, like cut the concrete. Like I'd probably end up cutting it at this score line. This portion is damaged anyway, so we'd have to probably replace that. And probably just end up replacing this entire piece, like cut it out. But didn't want to do all that. And then my plan was to do the same thing with this. Cut it and get the run right there. Obviously it would have been a shorter run, but I think what I'm doing is going to be cleaner when it's all put back together. And then aside from it having the connection right there, the pipe, you won't even know that something is like running along the entire perimeter of this, back around, connecting right here, back around, and I connected it into this one. and through and out and then down. So this is gonna have 3 gutters connected to this pipe. We got the 2 right here. We got the one from the shed right there, and technically that one right there is where the connection is made. So it's actually 4 gutters eventually. So it's a lot of water. So hopefully it holds up. It's a DIY thought. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Get back to shoveling. Probably dumping this stuff in the corner actually. I'm just gonna leave this stuff in here, and then I'm gonna leave the stuff in here so I can backfill, and then I'm just gonna dump this in the corner over there so I can use the wheelbarrow. I don't have to start this up, but this thing has been amazing. I thought about just taking it to the landfill, because this obviously has that gravel. I didn't want to like cover it up, but I'm gonna dump it. That's wasted money. So I'm gonna use this for the backfill, and I'm just gonna dump the wheelbarrow over in the corner, like I said. But yeah, that's the project that's been going on. Should get it done. It's not gonna get done this week because I have some stuff going on, but the excavation should be done for the most part, and then I'll just go run to the store, pick up the pipe I need. I think I want to need about 30 foot. I think they sell them in 50-foot rolls, so I might have extra, but it doesn't hurt to have extra. So it might be a 50-foot. I haven't measured it out yet, plus that connection, the 2 downspout connections, and maybe 1 connection in the center right there. But yeah, that's the game plan. As me always say, like and I hit the thing.